talking every marriage needs to have a good GPS system. So talk to me about a good, I love GPS, right? Hey, hello, welcome. We made it back. And Tuesday, 2023 is going to be July 4th.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to be out here on July 4th weekend. I hope you're going to be having a great holiday and welcome back. One thing that we've been talking about, we thought would be very, 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 very helpful is one of the things that I don't hear too much discussed in marriages. People talk about, getting through conflict. They talk about they may have a struggle in their marriage, or they have certain goals in their marriage. And the thing that we ended up really highlighting was that the thing that tends to get us stuck and that hinders us is really an issue of problem solving. We make it an issue of our spouse is the problem, right? Each other's the problem, or the issue's the problem, and that's true. Yet, the thing that I've seen as a counselor and as I look back at my own life is the struggles that we have are the struggles of how to solve problems together. How, like that, which seems almost too simple. Like, in other words, it's a problem-solving issue.
Yes.
Rather than an issue of, well, men are like this, women are like that, you're like this, you're like that. But we need help problem solving. I think I found that to be one of the biggest things that I've noticed. Is that a good way of saying it?
Yeah. Last week, remember, we talked, and one of the things we talked about is couples deciding to go against the grain of being, it's all about me. Because if it's all about me, then
right,
I'm out when trouble starts. But if we're going to remember that we're in a covenant with God and we're staying, then we have to learn how to get through problems, how to solve them and get onto the other side. Since we're in it together, then we have to make it work. And so, yeah, you're right. How do we solve problems together to get to the other side?
Yep. I'll tell you one thing that I know, the number one thing that I think hinders that is a couple of things, but the thing I've seen the most, and even in my own life is, and even between us, is when we keep things so vague and unclear, we can't get through it because we don't even define, what the issue is. And you were talking, every marriage needs to have a good GPS system. Talk to me about a good, I love GPS, right? We moved here, and without GPS, we would be, we'd be the most, I don't know what we'd be. We would be just like.
Especially when people go, don't you know where I'll meet you at?
I'll meet you over at HEB.
And you're like,
HEB, right there near the Brazos.
Like, what in the world is HEB?
Next to the Chick-fil-A.
And so we whipped out our GPS because we had a problem that we needed to solve. How are we going to get to this HEB?
We live by it. Right.
And so we take out our GPS. We put in where we want to go. We put in where we are right now. And then the GPS is going to tell us how to get there. It's going to give us a play-by-play. It's going to tell us the time it takes to get there, the distance it is from us. And if we get lost, make a wrong turn, it's going to say, this is how you get back on track so that you make it to the HEB. So every marriage needs that.
Every marriage needs that.
Every marriage needs to know, where are we going? Where are we? And then what's the play-by-play that we're going to do to get to where we want to go to solve this problem? And if we get off track, what are we putting in place to get back on track towards solving this problem?
I hear the at least three big things for a marriage GPS.
Okay.
One, intentionally knowing where you want to go. Because
Where you wanna go.
Here's the thing. That is usually the problem. That's what GPSs were created to do, to solve that problem.
Yes. Where am I going?
GPSs were not created to control the temperature.
Nope.
They were not created to control your speed.
Nope.
They're not there to, I don't know, wash
As
your
a matter
windows.
of fact, GPS are set at the speed limit.
Right, exactly, right. They have nothing to do with a lot of issues, but the one problem they're meant to solve
Is where you want to go.
is when you're trying to find out where you want to go somewhere. So you got to have that. You got to have the problem defined.
Yes.
Where do you want to go?
Where do you want to go?
First,
Yep.
part of having the problem defined is knowing where you want to go, and then two,
Where are we?
where are you right now?
Right now.
It's,
Sober estimate.
I don't
honest
care
truth.
how
Where
good
am
your
I right now?
GPS is. You could put in where you want to go. If your GPS can't pick up where you are,
It won't work.
it's
It
useless.
doesn't work.
It's useless. I made the mistake of putting in our old home address to
That's
get
right.
somewhere,
From the Bronx.
and I was trying to get to someplace,
That's right. That's
someplace in New York from here, and it put in, you'll get there in 15 hours. You know, like I was like, wait, what? What's
What? And you realize you put the wrong where I am at right now.
No, I put the right where I'm at. I put in the wrong where I'm gonna go.
Oh, where you gonna go?
Right? So that was all. I was like, wait, oh man, that's the wrong address. Da, da, da. So you gotta have where you wanna go, where you are right now. And
Then you gotta listen and be aware of step by step.
and that's why I keep talking to you the whole way. Those three parts are it. And look, we want to give you this encouragement. We're going to be following through on making sure you can have some tools to have a GPS, a way of getting problems solved in your marriage.
Yes.
And the first step, I'm going to give you a really, really good practical, is think of a problem you may have in your marriage with your spouse, whatever it may be, whatever the domain. It may be with in-laws, it may be with household, it may be with money, it may be with some difficult
scheduling
topics that you need to talk about.
Yep.
It can be about your intimacy and your sexuality. It can be about
any topic you want.
any of those domains or topics. First, we've got to define the problem.
Yes.
If we don't know what the problem is, let me give you a secret. Don't explain your problem in a paragraph or an essay. I love talking, so I'll talk. And usually the more we try and define a problem by going on and on, we end up attacking it. It'll sound something like this. Let's say the problem is Pam leaves clothes on the side of the hamper instead of putting them in the hamper, and it really bothers me. Imagine if I defined the problem like this. Ask me what's the problem.
What's the problem?
Well, one of the problems is just like, I really need to know that you're with me as we do this house. You know what I mean? What I really need is, when you think about the house, look, you were raised a certain way, right? I was raised a different way. And there's like this difference between us. And so I just feel, kind of alone trying to do this house thing, especially when it comes to laundry and dirty clothes and the house. Like last week, remember that time we were at your aunt's house and for that dinner, and you saw how she had her laundry room? Did you see it? Oh, come on, you did see it.
I did see
Oh, so I just don't feel heard by you. I just don't feel heard. I've been in this marriage. I don't feel heard. Okay? The problem is, how would you be feeling if I kept rambling on
I
like
have
that?
no idea what you're talking about.
But what about emotionally? What's up with you?
Emotionally, I'm confused.
Confused?
And a little frustrated. Like, say what you need to say.
Say what I just said, right?
Like, what are you trying to get at? You done talked about my raising, my upbringing, the house, feeling alone.
Right.
Like, what are you
It's
trying
a
to
big
say?
difference than to say, I feel very frustrated about the clothes being on the side of the hamper in the bathroom. I would really love it if you could put the clothes in the hamper. I know it seems like a small thing, but it does bother me, and it'd be awesome if you can do that.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I could commit to putting the clothes in the hamper. I won't throw them around the side.
First step, and here's my encouragement. Think of a problem in your marriage. Write the problem down in one sentence. We'll give you some more tools, but start there. Can you define your problem in one sentence? Even before you bring it up to your spouse. Before you bring it up to your spouse. Usually that one sentence has got to be specific, but keeping it short will help make sure that it's specific rather than an attack on their character or something that's about, I think I made about 10 complaints. Try it. Write the issue down or the problem in one sentence. And we'll continue on with other tools to get problems solved. This is great.